Yeah, this is my 2.5 liter GMC Canyon. Um, what happened originally? I had problems with the water pump. My water pump went out, and I just drove for like 6 miles, and with the gauge had no temperature. But I guess that was enough with the compression gases to to overheat the head gasket and warp the head a little bit. So I fixed a water pump, put a new water pump, and I kept on driving for another 2 weeks or so. And so what happened was, because of the head gasket being damaged and the cylinder head being a little warped, started getting combustion gases in my coolant system. So I'll be driving for like 15 minutes. I'll start in the morning. The engine was cold, so I let it warm up, and then I drive for like 15 minutes. It'd be okay. Then I stop for another 15 minutes, and then I'll get back again and drive again. And then all of a sudden the temperature gauge be from like 200, and it'll go crazy. It'll go boom, 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 boom. You get almost to the red, and then I stop, turn on the defroster on max heat, and the temperature will go down again, and then I drive for another 10 minutes. So the compression gases were accumulating just little by little, and I used one of those bars, cylinder head repair, which, by the way, don't ever use those things. I mean, if it's a clunker, yeah, but if it's a car or a truck that you use for work or your personal vehicle, I wouldn't recommend using it. Which, by the way, it did work. It did work for like about 3 days. It run normal. So where I could see where the bar stop leak, it kind of like emulsified right here. So I'm thinking this is where the combustion gases were going, right here, because this is where I see all the residue from the head gasket, bars, cylinder head gasket repair, blah blah blah. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend using those things. I'm in the process of cleaning the engine block. I had to clean the engine block and flush all that stuff out of there that was in the water jackets inside the all the water passages. They're pretty clean now, but I had to first of all I had to use like mineral spirits, and then I had to like spray in there with some very strong degreaser and some boiling hot water, and that seemed to do it. That got them decently clean. Then I'm gonna flush the heater core. Flush the heater core and flush my radiator. Needless to say, I wouldn't recommend using it. I mean, it worked for only 3 days, and what I think it happened, it worked for 3 days because this is a metal head gasket. If it would have been like one of those metal graphite gasket, it might have hold, but not with the metal head gasket. As a matter of fact, you can see some of that stuff in there, right there. Yeah, right there. I probably can see better without the light. So, right here. Yeah. So I took the head off, which, by the way, was it was not walk in the park. Now the book tells you differently. Like, it tells you like, okay, you gotta use this special tool right here, special tool to hold the timing chain, right? And then you gotta get this other special tool to hold the this is the exhaust cam, and this is the no, yeah, exhaust cam, intake cam, blah blah. But the thing is, if you're gonna take the head off, you're gonna have to take this timing cover off, and you gotta take off the harmonic balancer and all the stuff in front of the intake timing cover. Here's the timing chain. So got all the specs right here that I got from I bought one of those CD-ROM disc online from eBay actually, and it covers all the models of the 2015 to 2017 GMC Canyon, something like that. So, well, needless to say, I'm glad that I took the head off, because the the intake valves were completely full with carbon. I mean, it was unbelievable. I guess that's what happens to the GDI engine. And I did keep all the service on the truck pretty good. I did all the services. I used synthetic fuel, but needless to say, using the synthetic fuel, it helped a little. It would have been better if I changed the oil every 5,000 miles instead of letting it run for like 8,000 miles and then changing the fuel. It's better to change the fuel, the engine oil every 5,000 miles, even though it's synthetic, especially in harsh weather conditions, you know. So here's cylinder head. Can't see now, but the intake manifold, the intake valves were, it was just unbelievable how much carbon buildup they had. It was not fun at all. So this is the way they look now after taking to the machine shop. It's gonna have a fresh start now. Yeah, originally I took the truck to the GMC Cadillac dealer, and they had it for like 2 hours, and they could not figure out what the problem was. And I told them what happened. I told them what I think it was happening. I think it had a problem with the cylinder head and stuff. And needless to say, this is like a $2,700 job at the dealer, you know. So I don't know, $2,700 to fix your head gasket on your 2.5 liter engine. That seems a little too much. But anyways, I should have this running next week, and we'll be making a video, see how good it came out. So we shall see, my friend.